everyone, welcome to today's practice. My name is Kassandra. This is a neck and shoulders release flow. I really wanted this to be a therapeutic, gentle practice that you could turn to if you are experiencing pain, stiffness, tightness through your upper body, upper back knots, or just discomfort really through your neck and shoulders. Personally, it's something I've been struggling with for the last few weeks. So these are some of the movements and poses that I've found to be the most helpful and beneficial. No props required. We're only either laying down or seated, so suitable for all experience levels. Very gentle. Let's begin lying down on our backs. And we're going to start with our feet flat to the floor, knees bent. Inviting a gentle opening through the upper back into our shoulders. I want you to think of pressing your lower back into the mat, so closing the gap so that you can't put your fingers underneath you, and then reach your arms up overhead. So you'll notice for me right now, the only way I can get my palms to comfortably rest on the mat is if I tilt and lift my lower back off of the floor. I'm trying to keep my lower back pressing down just a little bit. And the longer I hold this stretch, the more my arms and shoulders will learn to relax. And then I'll be able to get the back of my palms on the mat. You can have a little bit of a bend in your elbows. So let's inhale to float the arms up towards the ceiling, finding this neutral position. And as you exhale, drop them back down towards the mat. Inhale to lift, keeping the spine in contact with the floor. Exhale to lower, and maybe every time you exhale, you might notice that you're able to get the back of your arms a little closer to the mat. Let's just do 2 more like this, lifting up and back down. Last one, lift and lower. This time, go ahead and bend your elbows. Think of sliding the back of your arms down into this little cactus shape, and then inhale, reach the arms back up overhead. So just these little like angel wing glides. Again, I know I'm a bit of a broken record, but try to keep your lower back pressing on the mat as you go through this range of motion, bending the elbows and then reaching the arms up overhead, trying to find a little bit more contact with the back of the arms and the mat as you go here. Twice more, bend and stretch. And the next time you bend the elbows in this cactus shape, hold here. So my elbows are roughly in line with my shoulders. I'm going to tilt so that I'm now lifting the hands on the mat, and I'm going to see if I can bring my palms down to the floor. And I'm just going to do this almost like a windshield wiper motion with the arms back and forth. Try not to tighten up through your neck or through your jaw. Not using much force here. It's a bit more of a passive range of motion. Last one. And now let's go ahead and straighten our arms, palms facing up, coming into a twist. You're going to bring your hips a little over to the right and let both knees and thighs drop down to the left. I'm going to also turn so that I'm looking over my right shoulder. A little bit of a neck release, but I find having the arms straight here can really help to stretch out through the biceps into the top of that shoulder. Trying to stack our right hip on top of the left one. And your next inhale brings your head to center, the knees float back up, and we'll twist the other way. So our hips will go a little bit over towards the left, knees and thighs drop over to the right. Think of pressing down into that left shoulder and maybe looking over your left shoulder, turning your head as well. And breathe all the way down into your belly. Come back up and through to center. And now go ahead and straighten your arms up overhead, straighten the legs, let your lower back arch a little bit here. Lengthening fingers away from the toes, stretching through the sides of the waist. And we'll come up, so you can just either roll to one side or lift yourself up. Feet flat to the floor, knees are bent. You're going to bring your hands back behind you about shoulder width distance apart. Bend into your elbows. Think of squeezing your shoulder blades, pinching them together, pinching the elbows towards one another, and then lifting your chest up. So I'm not straightening my arms, I'm keeping them a little bent. Really getting into that shoulder. You might feel it down the upper arm or through your upper back. And let's come all the way up to take a seat. You can sit cross-legged here. I'm going to turn just to face over towards you. You can bring your left hand to your right knee, right fingertips behind you as you open into a twist. Crown of the head reaches up. Keep your left hand on your knee as you come to face forward again. We'll find a side bend. Right arm reaches up and over. So I'm using the hold of my knee to try to get a little bit of a traction through that shoulder. And now I'll add a neck release by hovering that right hand just a little bit above or off of the floor and letting my head be even heavier. Not clenching through the jaw. You can play around a little bit with the angle of your chin, maybe drop it down slightly towards left shoulder, left armpit. And lifting back up through to center, nice and slow. Let's find our twist the other way. Right hand to your left knee, left fingertips behind you for support. Think of pressing your shoulders down and away from your ears. Keeping our right hand on the knee, we'll just face forward. We add our side bend first. Left arm reaches up and over. And then add your neck release, so hover that left hand off the mat. Maybe tuck a little bit chin to chest or towards that right shoulder. And let's lift all the way back up through to center, tabletop pose, just for cat and cow. Palms under shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Finding this stable shape. As you inhale, we'll drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, round and contract. And depending on how much tightness and stiffness you're experiencing right now, you might need to go extra slow. Trying to get into those stickier parts. Usually we do 1 breath per movement, but you might hold a little bit longer. And we'll slide onto our stomachs into Sphinx pose so that you're propped up onto your elbows. So you choose how deep you go into this back bend. I want you to still think of pushing pubic bone and hip bones into the mat, finding a lift from here. So there's a little bit of core engagement. Even in Sphinx, I'm pressing head of the arm bones, pressing those shoulders back, lifting up. even pushing into the tops of the feet, into the toes, so that I'm not creating any tension or pinching through my lower back. I'm staying lifted, focusing on length instead of height. And let's release. Slide your arms forward, palms facing down. Just a little bit of strength work here through the upper back and through those shoulders. As you inhale, lift your right arm along with head and chest off the mat. And exhale to release. And we'll alternate switching sides. Left arm reaches up. Keep the feet on the mat and down. Twice more each side. Right arm up and lower. Moving left. One more. Inhale, right arm lifts and down. Last one, left and down. Let's come into a chest stretch, really great for the shoulders. I'm going to bend my left arm, bending the elbow, finding this 90-degree angle. And I'm going to roll over onto my left ear, left shoulder, left hip. I like to bend the knees, just stacking one leg on top of the other. And my right hand is pressing into the floor to get me a bit of a deeper stretch. Try to relax your head, relax your neck. Should be able to get a little bit into the pectorals with this kind of move. So if any of your pain is caused by tension in the front of the body, hopefully this will provide you a little bit of relief. And let's straighten the arms. We'll go do the same thing the other side. So in yin, we would call this broken wing pose. I'm bending my elbow at this 90-degree angle, and I'm going to roll over onto my right side using my left hand, pushing into the floor, relaxing my head, relaxing my neck. And one more deep breath in here. Let's straighten the legs. Back onto your stomach. We're going to press back into child's pose. Hips reach back towards the heels. I'm going to stretch my arms forward. I'm going to keep my knees hip-width distance apart. And melt on down. Pressing the palms into the floor. Let's roll ourselves up. And you can stay kneeling if it's comfortable for you. Otherwise, you can just sit cross-legged. Our last little stretch here. We'll come into eagle arms. So I'm going to bend my elbows out in front of me. I'm going to wrap my right arm under the left, either once or twice. If none of these are really working, just grab a hold of your shoulders behind you. Lift the elbows up. Move your hands away from your face. Press your shoulders down and really push your forearms and your palms together so that you're feeling this expansion through the upper back. And maybe you'll also add a slight tuck of the chin to your chest, just to stretch at the back of the neck a little more. Lift your head back up. We'll release the arms. Find this little cactus stretch, arch through your back. Same thing the other way. So left arm under the right once or twice. Shoulders down, elbows up, hands moving away from you. Pushing the palms and the forearms together and then maybe adding a tuck of the chin to the chest. Just try to keep your elbows lifted. When we lift our head back up to neutral, we expand through the arms, arch through the spine a little bit. And let's release, shrug, roll the shoulders a few times, sitting up tall. I'm just going to rest one hand on the other in my lap, closing the eyes, finding a neutral spine as I reach the crown of my head up. Noticing the effects of the practice, where I feel it most, what has changed and shifted. Hands can join together at front of the heart. We'll chant Om together one time to close. Let's inhale to chant. Breathe in. Om. Thank you so much, everyone, for doing this neck and shoulders and upper back release flow. I really do hope that this was beneficial to you, that you notice a difference in your body. I know how frustrating it can be to have upper back knots or, issues in the neck and in the spine, something I'm currently going through right now. So thank you for practicing with me. I hope you subscribe. I hope you feel a lot better, and maybe we will meet on the mat again very soon.